You can make any of your dreams come to reality once you train yourself to think the right way. Einstein called this the spooky effect. Quantum entanglement states that two particles are connected and affect one another even if those particles are light years apart. In 5 minutes, you are going to learn one of the most oldest technique to harness the power of your thoughts. Most of us believe that the outer world controls our life, but that's not completely true because we all live in our virtual worlds. The subjective worlds created by the mind playing various scenes on our individual mental screen. The 3-screen technique of Silva method help us to use this mental screen to create the life we always wanted to live. Most of the books and tutorials just focus on the technique and neglect the most important element of reality creation. But the thing is, if we learn to implement this one thing, we can make any of our dreams come to reality, even without using any of these techniques. And at the end of this video, I will show you guys how to implement this element and how learning this changed my life in the way I see reality creation. The first step is to reach a state of mind where our suggestions reach the subconscious mind with least resistance. Alpha stage is called the gateway to our subconscious mind, and there are many methods to reach alpha stage, and in the first video of this series we have covered the method used by the teachers of Silva method to reach alpha stage. Now what we are going to do is we are going to connect a real event with a desirable one that you imagine and see what happens to the imaginary event if we operate according to some very simple laws which we will be looking at after explaining this technique. We can witness that the imaginary event will become real. Now choose a real problem that you are facing right now that you haven't resolved. After reaching your alpha level, the first step is to thoroughly recreate in your mental screen an event in your life which involves a problem that you want to be resolved, and just relive that for a while with all its emotions and intensity. In our second video of this series, we have learned the proper way to create our mental screen. Now gently push this scene of the screen to the right, slide on to second screen and mentally picture yourself where you are taking some kind of action to change the situation. It can be even a small action to get that initial positive momentum. Visualize it as vividly as you did the problem. Now push this scene off the screen to the right, experience and see the end state of the situation exactly as you intend and desire it to be. Make this scene as vivid, detailed and intense as possible, as if it had actually happened. Stay with it for a while. Try to feel all the emotions. Think about all the people who could benefit from this end result, because it also helps you to tap into the ultimate state of giving, the abundance. Now finally feel grateful that your solution to the problem is already done, and when you open your eyes, feel the confidence that you have just put the forces to work for you in the direction of creating the event you want. Now here are the 4 rules we should keep in our mind. 1. You must desire that event to take place. 2. You must believe that the event can take place. 3. You shouldn't create a problem. 4. You must be in a state of expecting the event to take place, and this is one of the main reasons most of us fail to understand why our manifestations not really work. Now this is the secret element of manifestation that most of us usually neglect. It is to use the power of successful reaction patterns. Reality creation only happens from a state of abundance, and the easiest way to prime ourselves to reach there is to receive that first successful attempt. This is why the winners get more wins and why the rich get more rich. What I experienced is, instead of the latest problem, usually one of my earliest problem solving meditation sections will work first. Well, it can be a coincidence, right? But because now I have experienced the first win, and if I still practice this technique, then it will work a second time and a third, and thus the coincidences will pile up. And further, as we gradually increase our skill, we will notice that our belief gets stronger and we even start to expect events that are less and less probable. In time, with practice, we will be having a lot of reference experiences to reach that state of abundance as we work on each problems. Now in these 5 minutes, you have learned one of the most powerful method of reality creation. But throughout the history, there have been some people who were capable of seeing the truth of reality as it is. What if we could copy that ability that they had to see the mystery of reality as it is? Well, in our next video, we will be learning this from some of the greatest legends of our world, the masters of reality creation.